Hello friends, and welcome back to the Astral Hour. The hour-long program that's weekly, where we discuss all things spiritual and all things astral. I'm, of course, your host, Astral Brad, and I'm joined by my son, Parker. Now, in this hour, we'll start out with everyone's favorite hookah review, and this week we have a cola flavor. And this brand is, I believe it's an Arabic brand, Fakehr is a correct pronunciation. Now these, I like to think of them more as almost a novelty flavor. You know, your cola is supposed to taste like cola. Sometimes even coffee can be a little bit much for me. You know, you might find this stuff in, let's say, a college dorm room or something like that. But actually my son Parker turned me onto this one. He kept going on and on about how he loved this cola flavor, and he's always, you know, sucking down a wild cherry Pepsi or something like that. So I can see why he liked it. Feel free, you can probably find this at any of your local head shops to try it along at home. So as you can see here, got this all ready to go, and the coal's fired up. Actually, my son Parker put together a little swan out of foil. It doesn't really serve a purpose. I didn't even ask him to do that. See if this guy's still going. Oh yeah. And again, this is cola flavor and Fakehr. So again, try it at home. And as usual, it's a bit tricky to get these things going, so bear with me here. Let's see. Oh yeah. Oh, she's going nice now. Yeah, there's a nice draw coming from this cola flavored. It actually, if I had to choose, I'd probably pick more Pepsi than Coke. But yeah, I mean, you know, like I said, this is more popular with your party, your dorm room party that you have with your friends, maybe a study break. You know, I get it. Bust out the hookah. What do you have? Cola. You know, this particular flavor, cola, does take me back to some of my formative days, formative years, and you know, this, like I said, I'm not a big on the, you know, cola or coffee flavors or these kind of things, but credit goes to Parker. This is pretty good. I'm actually enjoying it. And this is a segment we do from time to time where we explore some of the quote-unquote smoke tricks that a lot of people seem to enjoy. I myself have been a smoker for 30 years now. We're going to start out here with one of my absolute favorites, an old standby. This is known as the French Inhale. A lot of people enjoy that one. Let's see, another one is, of course, the smoke ring, which is one of my favorites, the onion ring. I'm a bit lightheaded after those. Now these are for what I like to call advanced smokers. I know all you beginners out there like to practice this, and feel free to, but always have somebody on hand. I know you can't see him, but actually off camera, my son Parker is here, and in case anything goes wrong, he'll be there. So I always smoke with a buddy, I guess. This one actually comes in, Parker, my son, he taught me this one. It's called a glass of milk, a jug of milk, he called it. And I hadn't seen this one before. So, needless to say, I was a bit skeptical at first, but it turned out to be kind of a neat trick. So here goes nothing. So there you have it. It's kind of sort of a spooky effect. It reminds me of maybe a witch's brew or witch's cauldron or something like that. And now we're going to go to the Gmail account, and some of you guys like to send me your hookah-based questions. Some of you even just your general everyday advice, and I'm always happy to answer. And I try to get back to every single email I get. First email here. I'm going to open that up. And this is from a Mitchell. Or no, I think it says Chet here. Yeah. It's called Hookah at Little League. Let's see. Hey there, Astral Brad. I have 2 sons in Little League, and it seems like I'm going to games every day of the week. I find the games fun to watch, but let's be honest, it certainly isn't the majors. I try to keep myself entertained last week by bringing my portable hookah to my son Troy's game. I waited until the 3rd inning to bring it out. I found a nice open area on the bleachers to set up camp. I hadn't even finished packing the bowl when the Little League administrator busted me. Oh boy. Accusing me of doing illegal drugs at the ballpark. I told them that hookah is perfectly legal in the state of Ohio, but they weren't having it. I was ejected from the game and told never to come back. My son Calvin's team just made it into the playoffs, which start next week. I'm afraid that he'll never forgive me for missing it. On top of that, all the parents in my hometown think I'm some crazy drug addict. Any advice? Thanks, Chet. Well, Chet, I've been to many Little League games. Parker was in Little League for many years, and I'm very familiar with that setting, and how some of the other parents and the officials there do tend to take it a little seriously. This is a tough problem because while I'm fully support bringing the hookah to the ballpark, I can see where these parents are probably not as well versed in hookah culture as, let's say, me or you or some of our viewers, and it's unfortunate that hookah gets these negative connotations due to being in a head shop. They're being grouped in with some of these marijuana tubes, these other sort of smoking apparatuses, all these roll-up weeds, papers, and any kind of tool to get a pot high. Obviously this is perfectly legal. It's tobacco, and I think a lot of these parents, they just don't know about it, and that's a sad fact. So I guess my advice is maybe to talk to the administrators there, write a letter, and just maybe try to educate them actually on, this was perfectly legal, and I'm not sure if people are allowed to even smoke cigarettes at the ballpark, so you might want to check that too. But yeah, just let the parents know. Hopefully they don't think you're some sort of one of these crazy pothead guys or one of these big time drug rug wearing. I know the type. I run into them all the time. So thanks for the email, chat. This one is called "Girlfriend Wants Me to Kick My Late Night Hookah Habit," and this one comes from Raymond. Okay, so. Dear Astral Brad, first of all, love the show. I often break out some of your smoke tricks at parties and graduation parties, so that's nice. Long story short, my girl and I have been seeing each other for about 8 months, and I love her to pieces. She moved in with me and my 4 dogs about 3 months ago, and to be honest, I think she might be the one. Well, congratulations. That's always wonderful to hear. I was even considering popping the question until the other night when she told me she wanted to talk. I was already having a bad day because my car got towed and I was late for work. One thing after another. By the way, my boss is a total jackass. Well, I can relate to you there. I know I talked about some of my former superiors back at Sherwin-Williams. Fortunately, they don't work there anymore, so I am free to talk about them on the internet. Let's see, but my day got even worse when my girl told me she wanted me to quit my late night hookah sessions I have on the back porch with my dogs on a nightly basis. She says she doesn't like the way I smell when I come to bed afterwards. I tried experimenting with new blends, but nothing seems to be working. Brad, I love my girl to death, but I don't think I can go a night without unwinding with a fresh blend of hookah, let alone the rest of my life. Any advice would be greatly appreciated. Love the show. Keep on smoking, brother. Hey, you keep on smoking too, brother. And that comes from Raymond, and that is unfortunate. This comes with the area of relationships, and I've had, some of my longtime viewers know, a few relationships that have gone down the tube, let's say. But I guess all I can say is, hey, at least you're not smoking big cigars or stinky cigarettes or something like that. It's hookah. It doesn't smell that bad, to be honest. I don't know what what she's talking about. Perhaps she's a bit jealous that you're choosing to unwind with your dogs out in the back and not talking to her. You might want to consider even including her on some of these back porch times that you're having. But I do understand it is nice to just be alone, have the hookah by your side, have a couple of the old hounds, patting them on the back, and that sort of thing. As for the smell, maybe after the session, go take a rinse off in the shower. Even shampoo the hair, come back to bed smelling fresh. I don't see anything wrong with that. As for blends, I'd recommend something floral again. Rose, something maybe she can even appreciate the smell of. You might want to veer away from the more alcohol-based, Cactus Jack or Captain Jack Sparrow. I know a couple brands like that just came out, and they are pretty pungent. So I don't know what else would be a good. You have any advice for this guy, Parker?
Yeah, you could try mint. It's just like brushing your teeth. And I find it to be very refreshing and a good substitute for brushing your teeth.
I love the advice. I love the enthusiasm, Parker. He's absolutely right. My son recommends mint, which, well, he said it's like brushing your teeth, but I would still recommend maybe brushing the teeth afterwards because pretty sure you get some different advice from your dentist. Okay, so we have a little bit of time left here, and I wanted to get to something on a more personal note. It has come to be that I have been let go for my position at Sherwin-Williams. Nothing against them. They recently implemented a new management, and a few of us did get laid off. There were some signs, and it's not a total surprise, but yeah, if any the fans out there, any viewers, of any open positions, anything like that in the Tulsa area, I have many skills, good with my hands, hard worker, any clerical work, anything like that, data entry even. I'm good with the computer, obviously. I have my own YouTube channel and my own podcast, daily podcast. So me and my son Parker here are doing fine. Nothing to worry about. But I did get laid off, and I'm out there. I'm looking, and I guess I'll stay optimistic. So as some of you guys are probably well aware of, at the end of each show, I like to play a song. I take requests via email that people send me some of their favorite songs they'd like me to learn how to play and sing. So let me see here. I got an email from somebody named John Walsh here. And the request is for a song by Pearl Jam, one of my favorite rock bands. And the song is Elderly Women Behind the Counter in a Small Town. And let's bring up the tabs here because I just started learning this song. So bear with me. It's not going to be perfect, but here goes nothing. I seem to recognize your face, haunting, familiar, that seem to place it. Cannot find a candle of thought, light your name, lifetimes of catching up with me. All these changes are taking place. I'd wish I'd seen the place, but no one ever took me there. Thoughts and thoughts, they fade away. Hearts 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 and thoughts, they fade away. Keep on smoking. I'll give it a 3 out of 5 smoke rings.